Welcome to Perfect Guardian, and I'll tell you things that only Indians can do. Today's world is obsessed with competition. From finance to war to sports, all countries are stuck in an undying marathon race to outdo each other in every field to prove superiority. Although, when it comes to sports and factors of adapting, instantaneously, some are just a step ahead. Every country has their unique contrast when it comes to their cultural and tastes. Some are naturally better in a few areas than others, and vice versa. And it's all because of the habitual surrounding every person has grown up in it. It defies their nature and is a trademark identification. Having said that, Indians too are capable of possessing a few traits Westerners would never even dream of. These are just something Indians can do that other people from other countries cannot imagine doing. From culinary habits to their command over several languages to their basic day-to-day habits. These natural traits exhibited by Indians might leave you away struck in different ways. In several different ways, I mean to say. The first thing is, they go multilingual in one single conversation. Home to over 170 languages. It is quite normal in India to hear a single conversation consisting of several languages between friends and family. They talk in English. Although English is not the mother tongue for most Indians, you will hear them speak English fluently with a touch of the local lingo. Then, the third thing is, no kissing, only pissing. Sex is still a taboo in India, and public display of affection will get hypocritical heads turning. While exposing a genital to take a quick pee in public is just something people won't even look twice at. Even today in India, arranged marriage is the norm. For guys in India, it is completely normal for them to suck in the dating world, because with how much ever progress they make, they know that their mother is actually doing the work of finding the perfect match. Marrying a complete stranger is just something that everybody does. But having said that, there is the love in marriage is gone. Now, the couples adjust to arranged marriages. As weird as it might sound, arranged couples eventually find a way to adjust to each other and live happily, or at least most do. Getting to know that chosen stranger is probably an adventure they were born for. Here in India, living with your parents even after 30 is not a problem. Unlike the West, where kids move out by 18 to learn to be independent and live life freely, Indian dudes are completely chill with the fact of living with their parents till their front teeth show signs of being brittle. After all, who's going to cook you your favorite meal? Mummy. Mummy is there. She will cook. The most important thing is, the Indians respect the elders. Well, this is something that comes naturally to every Indian and hopefully doesn't fade with the coming generation. But Indians really know how to respect elders. Even if that person is a complete stranger to you, every Indian will respect its elder. They will call up. With respect, they will call you up. The eighth thing is, they will eat with bare hands, without a spoon. For people from the West, this culinary habits is looked as unhygienic and unthinkable. But for Indians, this has been an age-old habit. Frankly, most Indian cuisines cannot be eaten with a spoon and fork. It loses its spark if done so. Scientists have also revealed that eating with bare hands is even more hygienic if washed with soap and water rather than wiped with a tissue. It also improves blood circulations, heightens sensual connection with the food, less chance of burning your tongue, and lastly, there is probably enough bacteria on a spoon to help you lose your appetite. If you suffer from bacteriophobia and find munching grub with your bare hands disgusting. No, in toilets they don't use tissue, they just use water. This has been an age-old discussion and both parties have been left with disgust. So what is it? Water or tissue paper to wipe your privates after a good excretion? While Westerners swear by using tissue paper as the most hygienic way, Indians side by the conventional technique of washing the muck away. Having said that, using both methods would be the ideal situation, but the regional difference is probably the main difference. Imagining living in North Europe, where the climate is biting cold through the year, even in the summers, would you pour ice cubes down your butt to get it cleaned up? I wouldn't think so. Now Indians eat almost every type of cuisine. Now there's certainly an area foreigners will struggle at. Indians, because of having a resistance to any type of food, spicy or non, have the gift of being able to try out every cuisine around the world without having to go all red with the spice and shit their pants the following day. From continental to Indian, Indians will enjoy anything under the sun. At least most of them will. Now Indians can fix almost everything, or rather never fix it, and find a way to adjust and use it. It's no stranger that Indians are the kings of jugaad. Rather than fix the problems, Indians have learned to adjust. So will they in any given situation? Their survival hacks are ones that should be noted and be awarded for. They can adjust anything. Now, they can get almost anything cheaper. Indians, sir, are the masters of bargain. Unlike foreigners who strictly follow the box price, Indians will seize any opportunity to get the product cheaper. From food to a haircut to basic accessories, an Indian will do his research, find out the best possible way to get out the hands on it and then decide to buy it. The approach is frugal, but in today's market, it surely is a necessity while facing these soaring prices. Now, if you are a relative, you can just walk in. Indians are hospitable by nature, and if you know the person well enough, then meeting them without notice isn't such a hesitant act. Most Westerners stick to strict timings and make appointments when visiting relatives and friends, but not in India. Here, walking into the house at their own whims and fancies is completely accepted. If you are my friend, why should I ask you? Should I come? You are my friend. You can come to my house without asking me. I can come to your house without even giving a notice. Now, Indians can attend long and really long weddings. Most weddings in India go on for days together and are done with thousands by the side. Overseas nationals prefer to have a small meaningful wedding with the people who mean the most to them. The ceremony isn't a drag and the party is closed latest by dawn the next day. But in India, everybody known personally or vaguely to the families involved is added to this gala event. Most weddings stretch across 3 days and it is a feast to remember for those invited. Now Indians can talk in a foreign accent even if we have made a long visit to a foreign land. Most non-Indians, although they probably stay in other countries for years, stay true to their roots, who they really are. Having said that, Indians are endued by various accents and it is a common perspective that circles the society in which they try to imitate the way they live in order to be socially accepted. The first trait is to emulate their tonal structure or accent. The outcome is hilarious and is a talking point for Indians still residing in their respective country. So thank you. Please subscribe to my channel Perfect Guardian and give your comment.